What is going on? It is the Obscurist Tourist, and today I come to you from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, one of the cutest towns that most people don't know about, with one of the coolest names. Drove through here a few times over the years, and I finally had some time to do a video about it, so I'm going to show you around this pretty cool little New Mexican town. Let's go. Truth or Consequences? Ah, such a lovely little gem smack dab in the middle of Sierra County, New Mexico. Originally known as Hot Springs for its abundance of, well, hot springs, the town was officially incorporated in 1916. In 1950, however, the city changed its name from Hot Springs to the ever-catchy Truth or Consequences due to a radio show contest, of course. In March of that year, Ralph Edwards, the host of the NBC radio quiz show What Else?, Truth or Consequences, announced that he would air the program on its 10th anniversary from the first town that renamed itself after the show. And Hot Springs jumped at the chance to be nationally recognized and officially changed its name on March 31st, 1950. The program was broadcast from there the following evening, and Edwards visited the town during the first weekend of May for the next 50 years. This event became known as Fiesta and eventually included a beauty contest, a parade, and a stage show. The city, now boasting a population of just over 6,000, still celebrates Fiesta each year during the first weekend of May. One of the cool things around here is the Truth or Consequences Brewing Company. Good for drinks and good for some eats. Lots of color on the little strip here. Knickknacks, antiques, anything your heart desires. Artisanal things, they got it. Club 420, I think we all know what that's about. Very sleepy little town here. This is a Thursday, around 32 degrees Celsius. And not a lot going on here, but that's kind of the way I like it. You can stop at Zachi's for all of your bookstore and gallery needs. Look at that. She looks like she's having a blast. The Bank of the Southwest. And look, some familiar faces up there representing Truth or Consequences. And if you're looking for some conversations in Christ, then tune in, because Clim Radio, the Word, right here in TRC, has all your Christ needs. And if lowbrow art is what the heart needs, then Dirty Boots is exactly right up your alley. One of the first places of business that I saw when I drove into this town for the first time almost a decade ago was this place right here. The Dude Motel and Apartments. I saw this and I was like, I'm home. Because any place that's home for a dude is a home for me. There's not too many bars in this town, but this is one of them. The Desert Rose Saloon. Sadly closed for the day, or the night, maybe even the season. The Desert Rose. Any town worth visiting will have its own police department. And Truth or Consequences is just such a town, keeping TRC safe from all the riffraff. One of the things I love about TRC, like a lot of desert towns, is there's a large mountain overlooking the entire town. That's pretty cool. Desert plant life just can't be beat. Look at how beautiful these desert flowers are. Look at that. Always a big fan of architecture and houses built into rock faces, rock hills, mountainsides. And this is as awesome as they come for a private dwelling. Pretty cool. Love the cute little signs here on the garbages. Don't be prickly. Don't be a prickly pear and leave your litter everywhere. Just lets you know where to put the litter, because it's going right into the landfill. The El Cortez here in TRC. Not sure the age on this, but I'm gonna guess around the 40s. Pretty cool. I love me neon signs. Who doesn't? Love this guy. Just directing traffic. Honest day's work. And no town could ever be complete, and I'm not being factually ironic, because without a post office and a postal code, you don't actually exist as a town. You're just a spot on the map. And I found this posted outside of the Truth or Consequences post office. It is a fallout shelter, and capacity on it is 51. I just had to come inside and check out the TRC post office in the flesh and see what it's all about. No staff working today, empty building, but pretty amazing. And somebody outside told me that the fallout shelter is actually a piece of artwork from a German artist, and it was left behind, so it's quite a few years old, but it is not a real thing, other than, well, if art is a real thing, then yeah, it is a real thing, but it's not a denoter of an actual fallout shelter here at the post office. All these old postal boxes, so cool. Some Native American art up there, and right here is where the postmaster resides, but unfortunately he or she is not in that office today. And up there on the top of the hill is the TRC water tower, because any desert town, every desert town needs water. Well, not even just every desert town, every city, every place needs water to exist. And so there it is, the TRC water tower. You know, there's a lot of hustle and bustle throughout TRC. Despite what you're seeing on the video, most of the people here in the town are part of the cast and crew of a major Hollywood movie. So a lot of what you're seeing will be through the lens of a movie being filmed here, because I was told that a lot of the names of businesses, or some of them anyway, have been changed for the movie itself. And like I said, lots of movie equipment just sitting around the city in the baking sun. A movie, supposedly, what I've been told, starring Pedro Pascal and Butler. This is actually the Geronimo Museum on a regular day, closed while filming occurs here in TRC. Actually, you can see right now is the movie being filmed here is actually called Eddington. So that has been changed. So I tried to get some shots of the outside of the Geronimo Museum. I was getting a lot of stink eye from the crew of Eddington, the movie being filmed here. Forgot the name initially, but now that I'm seeing signs everywhere warning or just cautioning that this movie is being filmed, I am 100% sure now that it is the movie called Eddington, of course. And I was thinking, hey, this is looking pretty rough for Truth or Consequences, but actually this is part of the set here on the set of Eddington. Very cool building. Some crew over there, more giving me stink eye about what I'm doing. You can see some of the signage made for the movie. I didn't fully realize, but these are all bullet casings on the ground. Leading into... Am I on a hot set? I might be on a hot set, literally and figuratively, here in Truth or Consequences. This Joe Cross figures very prominently in the movie. Interesting little note here for firearm safety. Attention, idiots. Another amazing place to stay if you are here in Truth or Consequences. It is the Pink Pelican with an aptly colored building to suit. More movie equipment. You can see almost every parking lot here is closed. And when you're a hard-working crew member, the Fire Water Lodge is exactly what you need. It's funny, I was just about to get a picture of this sign and they're covering it up for the movie, so no picture, no video. But I assure you, it is a cool little cafe. Absolutely love these old vacancy, no vacancy neon signs from the 1940s, 1950s. Not sure the name of this motel, but I like the sign. I keep seeing this old Volkswagen around town with California plates. I wonder if it has anything to do with the movie Eddington. The only reason I surmise that it might is because on this main street right here, they are filming a really big scene. Some of the crew told me when I walked by earlier, so very curious what's gonna happen. Oh, I really love this old sign right here on the strip. Vacuum sales and service.
clearly not open anymore, but you know, if some VHS videotapes are what you're after, then this is the place. Look at that. Lonesome Dove. Interesting little sign. Makes me a little nervous, but I'm not sure. Again, I don't know what's real and what's not in this town. It's been a while since I've been here. Look at this. Do not enter. Patient treatment or decontamination in progress. I can't tell if it's art, movie, or actually a real thing here in Truth or Consequences. Another old sign here on the strip. Looks like an old trade shop. Closed. In fact, it's closed all week. Not open again until next week. Miner's claim. Look at this guy. Wooden bear. Nice little informative sign here about the transformative features of the hot springs here in Truth or Consequences. And again in the background, some of the crew for the movie on site here. And I saw this building and I was wondering, because I did go to the police station earlier and wondered if this was new, but it's actually all part of the movie. This is the infamous, look at this, Joe Cross Sheriff in Eddington. And I know it's part of Eddington because look at that, Eddington Public Library. They really went all out here. Very, very, very cool. The amount of money that these productions spend on this stuff is just wild. If loans are a thing you're looking for here in TRC, look somewhere else, because Gentry Finance is permanently closed. Like that sign though. If you haven't figured it out yet, art is a huge part of the identity of Truth or Consequences, a haven for artists. And, well, cafes too. Just look at that view. And here is another set piece. I can tell because it says, vote for Joe Cross. And this is the A&B Drive-In and Diner, a real place here. Have not come here yet, but I plan to before I leave town tomorrow. I really love the old Adobe architecture here in not just Truth or Consequences, but in New Mexico as a whole. It's so lovely. Wow, look at the size of this giant, ginormous aloe plant. Just crazy. I love the desert. And the monstrous plant life it breeds. It's the Pelican Spa here, a place that I tried to get a room at for this trip, but unfortunately there were no rooms available. Or actually, fortunate for me, because I ended up in the most wonderful spot. The Pelican Spa is part of the Hot Springs Bathhouse Historic District. Healing Waters Trail. Also part of that is the hotel I'm currently at. Some of the very, very colorful buildings of the Pelican Spa here. Love the contrast and the bright colors. Really goes along with the town as a whole. More equipment from the Eddington set, or part of the production anyway. You can just really tell the scope and scale of this production. Another informative plaque about the healing waters here in the town. This one from 1914, showing the history of, yet again, the healing waters. So in the time that I was last filming, they have removed all of the signage from the movie. Totally fooled me. It is not the Eddington Museum. It is the Geronimo Springs Museum. Silly me. I know better because I know this museum. Yet, I too can be completely fooled by signage, even when I know it to not be true. Look, there he is there. Geronimo of said Geronimo Springs Museum. They've really gone the full 9 yards on all of this signage for realism. Look at this. Even the billboard. And of course, the sign is still there on the front, Eddington. That's wild. Even out back, outside of the museum right here, still, just in case it is captured in one of the shots, they've still got Eddington up there. Kind of crazy. Everywhere I look is just cables upon cables upon cables and film equipment for this movie. They really have taken over the town. Can't wait to see the movie. No idea what it's about. I'll have to look it up. Maybe I'll put some information below. I think there's something very meta about the fact that I am filming a video about a movie, or am I filming a movie about a movie being made in a real town that is, in actuality, a fictional town? I'm very confused. Are you? More set pieces here. It's interesting. I started filming about Truth or Consequences and got sucked into the movie Eddington. This is very dirty, but definitely not the real Truth or Consequences. Again, one of the bigger scenes being filmed here. So tonight, in fact, in a few hours, when the sun goes down. And we're back at the spot that I was earlier. Still the exact same. And right around the corner here, they're setting up one of the biggest set pieces for the big shoot tonight. Look at that. As the school bus. Very cool. A perfect metaphor for what's happening right now. Life does indeed imitate art, especially with the filming of Eddington here. It's like an absolute ghost town. The guy riding towards me in the blue shirt, I believe, is the producer, one of the producers of the movies, just riding around on a bicycle. No big deal. Well, that is it for me here in Truth or Consequences, or should I say Eddington, New Mexico. I really hope you enjoyed my tour. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked with Hollywood. Hollywood does tend to do that to people, and I am not immune to such things. What can you do? For now, it is the OBSCURIST Tourist saying so long, take care of yourselves, stay beautiful, stay famous, and until our next Hollywood adventure, New Mexico adventure, you know it. See you later.